Hi everybody, welcome back to this mountainside, oceanside timber frame build here in Shimoda, Japan. I'm John. When I left you last week, we had just finished the ceiling structure. Essentially, all of the beams are related to the ceiling, which will hold up the roof. And the ridge beam was the last that we put in, and I considered it a big milestone. But this week the work continues, and actually I thought that the rafters would be going in immediately after I put the beams on, but that's not the case. The rafters, sorry, I gotta walk on this plank. You can imagine the rafters go down from the peak down to the bottom, the wall plate there, and then overhang to become an eave. At that area, if the rafters are there, I can't I can't do anything in that limited space. And what I have to do is put in these 45-degree, let's call them horizontal diagonal supports. Cross braces, I'm not sure what they're called. But when they're in place, they look like that. That's a test, a dummy that I did just to figure out the process. So this week is all about doing the 20 or 22 odd cross braces. So please join me and let's see how far we can go. Okay, I think I've got over half of them done. But now I have to go into my raw pile there, which are still unplaned, unfinished. So get out the planer again and get back to business. I've got 24 of these braces now done. We need to seal them and drill some holes for the bolts. Okay, so I think we're using a 14 mil bit to put in a 12 mil bolt so that we can carve out the recess with this special tool, which has a 12.7 mil inside diameter. It will fit just over the bolt, and it will dig out a hole for the washer and the nut. But that means the hole will go down. Come on over here. What you doing? What you doing? Come here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Yanko-chan. Okay, working on these small dummies on the ground has been fairly simple, straightforward. I have a process, getting the angles right and working up at height with a bigger, clumsier piece of wood is going to make it a little bit difficult. But I get one or two under my belt, and then the next 25 or 30 or 50 will become easier. I think we have a process now. Drill all the holes first of all into the 45-degree angle. I can set up a production line, do them all, then come back and do the recess cut, the bevel cut. It seems pretty straightforward. Anyway, that will give me then the unit with 2 bolts that I need to hang. The only thing remaining then is to mark the location of the bolt in the beam itself, drill that through, to mount it, and screw it down. Okay, wow, I'm wrapping up for the day. I think I've got 9 left after this, so I've probably done 15 or 17. Anyway, I'm getting the hang of it. It is a lot to do with getting to know your tools, but you can see I'm having much less tear out on these ones. Little bit, but definitely better than the first batch. Hello, hello. Hey there. Come over here. I think it's working. He's hanging out. Hello. Rosario. Ese tarde, eh? I think you can hear him. I've attracted another neighborhood cat. This one's a little bit more friendly. He went into the tiny house twice already, but ran away when I got closer. Okay, I've managed to finish all 22 or 24 of these horizontal diagonal supports. I'm going to put a little coating of tung oil on them and then get started cutting the threaded rod. Today's Thursday. I haven't edited this week's video yet, so I don't know how much of this week is going to be in the video or not, but I was pissing and moaning a lot this week, so I may have edited a lot of that out. These horizontal diagonal braces, these cross braces, they've taken a long time. 2.5 full days just on the wood portion. Assembling them up there is going to take another 1.5 days probably, so likely 4.5 full days just on these cross braces. And you know, I should expect that. I didn't expect that. The rafters have yet to be started. I've been thinking in the back of my mind about the rafters a lot. There's several things, not only how I attach them to the beams that are up there, but how I attach them to themselves. So I've been doing a lot of, you know, background planning, I guess. But anyway, the cross braces seem to be it for this week's activities. It's just taken a hell of a long time, but really critical. I mean, if there's one thing that the inspectors are going to be satisfied with, I think it's going to be these cross braces. I'm using big ass hardware, big thick washers, which I didn't use in everywhere. I used some normal washers in places, so I think the inspectors are really going to find this a critical piece, and I'll get a stamp of approval for it. Okay, so here's my setup. I'm going to do one test fit. I've got my cross brace right here. I've got a couple of little pieces of 2x4 nailed to the top to allow me to hang it on top of here. The holes are already drilled in the beam, and I'm testing if the 15 mil and 20 mil all threaded rod that I cut are accurate or not. In there, okay. Oh, wow. Well, I think I might have cut them just a hair too short. I want them to be recessed, of course, but not that much. Maybe half that. So I lengthened the threaded rod a couple centimeters on both the long rod and the shorter rod. 17 mil over here and 22 mil here, and it just barely pokes through. However, of course, I'm going to recess these outer nuts and washers, and I'm going to use that countersink bit, but the brace fits as planned. Now, 22 of these to do. Okay, we're well in the middle of it already. I haven't been filming yet today, but we're putting in these cross members, the ones that meet on two sides of the beam, and I'm having to kind of ream out the hole a little bit more accurately so that the bolt fits. The angle that I drew when I was drilling the holes on the ground isn't perfect, but it worked on this first one. And we're wearing hard hats today. Imie's with me down below. She's going to be my support down below today. We're wearing hard hats because we got a lot of loose wood up here, and there's a falling risk. So so many bit changes in this operation because I don't have countless drills. You have to come up and help her, sweetie. She can't get out of it. No, it's still stuck, I think. Show me, B. B, B, B. Oh, you're okay. Just all right. I forgot about that. Shit. That was scary. Is the gap still there?
No, but it looks so good.
Oh wow, look at it does. Accidents were made to happen. Look at that. Okay, I'm just gonna drill. Got that. So we had a near accident and that resolved the problem of the gap between these two. So I don't need to use the radial saw and I can just drill a hole and fix this final bolt in. Perfect.
You okay? You enjoy?
Okay, this is working. This is working. Our little puppy sitting over there, just hanging out on the mountain. I could have had it if I wasn't holding the camera.
No, it wasn't my spot.
Come on, come on, try again. Good throw. Okay, I got my hand ready for this one. That was a bad throw. Perfect. Okay. Okay, let's bring the bucket up here. I think that's everything that's important for now. So these things are very fiddly. I have to attach supports to hang them first, and then after I've hung them in the right place, I've got to put in some screws to kind of further hold them into place before I start drilling. Okay, we gotta get you lined up. Did I mention Fiddly? Looks good. Now, I think I said that these holes, the angles are incorrect on the holes that I drilled in the two supports, because I was drilling it down there and wasn't even thinking about what to do up here. So they kind of go like towards that way. And so I've got to re-bore this each hole so that I can get through this one and get a piece of rod in here. Ooh, and I see lit daylight. All right. There you are. So I'm sure some people are wondering about how these braces are being attached to the timber frame. Traditional timber framers know that you don't attach diagonals or cross braces or whatever these things are called with hardware. You do it with joinery. And this is one area where I had to compromise in order to build the house. The architect knew that the planning commission would not allow joinery on these diagonals. Any of the braces you see, you know, we've got these the cross braces and the diagonals. These are all specified by the architect, knowing that this is what the requirements are for the planning commission. And these ones here, specifically, they need to have a heavy-duty washer, they need to be a through bolt, and they need to, through meaning come out the other side, be bolted from the other side, so not just a lag screw. And that's why this is so unsightly, because we need this big old hardware in there as a requirement. And you know, once the house is built, I'm going to let it age for a year or so before I cover these up, because these may need tightening because the wood will shrink and move. But once I've convinced myself that there's no more shrinkage going on and we're good, then I will figure out a way to cover them. Okay. The last of the high level braces going in, 2 of them right there. Let's see how long this takes. Boom, and there, through the wonders of modern YouTube editing. What time is it? These 1 hour and 3 minutes it took me to get those 2 in there. But they're in there. The upper level is done now. Now I just got to put 4 simple ones below the floor of the master bedroom and the second bedroom, and we're done. Okay, master bedroom. All 4 corners in there, tight and secure. Second bedroom, we've got 2 in right now. Just gonna finish the final 2 corners. Should be about an hour from now I'll be finished, and then home time and beer time. I'm done with these horizontal diagonal braces. Done. Well, I probably did complain a little bit too much about these braces. They were awful, unexpected, time consuming. There was nothing good about them except for the fact that they really solidify the house, and they're going to impress the inspectors. I'm beat. It's 5 o'clock. I rarely stay till 5 o'clock, but now that we're getting longer days, I probably can. It's beer time. I'm going home, and so everybody, the video was delayed because of these guys, for you regular viewers. So I apologize for the 1 or 2 day perhaps delay, but anyway, we got it out. Take care. We'll talk to you soon. Next step, rafters.